It's Madden NFL 22, where division rivals will clash in the AFC North. It's the Steelers and the Bengals coming up next.
Well, I tell you what, we have an absolutely perfect Midwestern afternoon for football, and EA Sports brings you coverage of the NFL from Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd, and they're all set as they'll match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. CD, everybody loves to see the deep ball. We know that. We got a couple of quarterbacks here who can really sling it. Ben Roethlisberger of the Steelers, Joe Burrow of the Bengals.
I like your point there, partner, because it is back in vogue. And what I mean is taking the shots downfield, because for a long time in this league, it was all about precision passing, the West Coast offense. But now we've got a couple of guys here who'll take some shots downfield, and they have some receivers who can go get it.
Evan McPherson about ready to get this going as we are underway now from Paul Brown Stadium. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Steelers here ready to go to work for the first time. And the grizzled vet, Ben Roethlisberger, bringing him out now in his 18th season in the National Football League.
And it's not out of the question, it's not out of the realm at all to wonder if this might be the final season for Big Ben, either in a Steeler uniform or in the NFL period. He re-signed back in March saying, "It's my greatest honor to be a Pittsburgh Steeler and give my all for the organization." Had a big year in 2020, 33 touchdowns, just 10 interceptions, and led the Steelers to an 11-0 start. You have to think that he would love to end his career the way Peyton Manning and John Elway did, hoisting the Lombardi Trophy and heading off into the sunset.
Some early fireworks on the first play from scrimmage.
The last fireworks I saw, July 4th, okay? Here they are celebrating the start of this game the exact same way. Explosive right out of the gate.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. They've moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. Pretty good start right off the bat there with throws 1 and 2.
He's not locking in on just one target early, is he? Spreading it around a little bit as this game gets started.
Back-to-back first downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Able to power through. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
Well, to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. Now Roethlisberger. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
To throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. Flag down. Let's see if this will stand.
Pass interference. Defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even know
for them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. To return it, Darius Phillips. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Time to see this Bengals offense here as they get set for their first drive. And under center, of course, is the #1 pick in the 2020 draft, now in year #2, Joe Burrow.
And what a rookie season he had indeed. A knee injury knocked him out in Week 11 at Washington. And while the Bengals only won 2 of his 10 starts, I think everyone around the league and anyone who watched the NFL came away impressed.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Joe Burrow in year #2, moving around pretty good considering the seriousness of his injury last year. If you're a defensive coordinator here, what are you trying to do to slow Joe Burrow down?
I think you want him to be in rhythm. I think you want him to be on time. And normally, you want to take that away from a quarterback, make him hold it a little bit longer. But when he has a chance.
This is intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And the Steelers are going to get it back here just past the 35. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Jet sweep. Boyd with it. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
On 1, ready? 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run.
Mixon trying to punch it in, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Trey Hendrickson drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. These two teams all tied after one. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. The Steelers send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
11 MT, take. 11, Scott.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey, can. Scott.
From the 38, Burrow. And it's incomplete.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
I told you, I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. Here we go.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
93's the mic. 93's the mic. I'm here.
Here's Burrow. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They didn't have a ton of yards to pick up on that 3rd down, but there was no way they were playing that one safe. They decided to take that one downtown. They must have felt that they had a big play that was waiting for them. Unfortunately, it was incomplete.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. A 55-yard attempt, normally you'd say well within his range. Little surprised he came up short.
And he knew it immediately, didn't he? They are so calibrated, aren't they? They can tell the touch, the feel. When they put the foot to the ball, whether it's going to be good or not, he knew immediately he didn't have that one.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. And his pass incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Trey Hendrickson picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good.
For the Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here.
Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Here's a give to Mixon. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Able to find Higgins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run on first down. Mixon, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
You didn't want that?
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Let's go. Check 93's the mic. 93's the mic.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away.
Ray McLeod deep for Pittsburgh.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, You've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger will throw. He's got the hook up to McLeod. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger.
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Ben to throw again. This one into the hands of the running back, Blanche. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger, short little throw to Ebron. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to let this one go deep. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Boy, the coverage there, airtight as he comes away with the interception.
Love that observation there because they were taking a shot at the end zone, but you're right about the coverage. Absolutely tremendous. And this they could clip for a training tape. Staying with him down the field, locates the football in the air, and comes away with the interception.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to mix him. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Here we go. Big 13. Big 13. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. 55.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome, everyone, to this abridged version of the EA Sports halftime report. First up, though, let's take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half for the Steelers. And in a tie ball game, they've got to be asking themselves, what can we do to get this passing game on track for the second half to come?
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism. They created some nice space for him.
Here we go. 180.
Now on 2nd and 16. Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here.
A handoff to Mixon. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
Again, it's Mixon. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Let's get set. Stop. Squeeze, double. Right 80. Right, hot.
3rd and 2. Now Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains.
Gun. Stop. Right 80. Right, hot.
Now Burrow. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
From the 24, Burrow. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. Complete to his tight end Sample. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
They'll give it to Mixon. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Burrow will throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Chris Wormley. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
That's it, baby. There it is. That's what I'm talking about.
Back at the 16 now after the sack. Here's 3rd and goal. Now it's Burrow. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Now, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Here's McPherson now to send it away. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger marches onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
A draw play now. Balaj. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. And the Steelers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. Complete. It's Johnson.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger.
Throw left side, taken in by Claypool.
And he goes out right around the 39. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger.
Quick completion here to Johnson.
It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again is Roethlisberger. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And, in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of. Trying to engineer a fourth-quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And he comes back with one complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who?
And in for the Steelers, touchdown. Kalen Ballage, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead.
This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We've got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
Extra point now by Boswell. And that makes it 14-10. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Burrow.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Burrow. He's going to take another shot here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense.
Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. A give to Harris. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On the give, this is Harris. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Now it's Roethlisberger. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they'll indeed take a knee. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, 28 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it was the rookie, Najee Harris, who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work.
And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
12, 12, 12. 11.
To throw, Burrow.
He's going to let it fly. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
Pass interference. Defense.
Come on, you serious, dog?
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion.
Throwing, Burrow.
That's caught at the 2. But he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And it's the Steelers that come up with it. And that should just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Roethlisberger dropping to a knee, and that ought to do it.
Partner, they took a knee to finish this one off. To me, that's the only thing they lost in the fourth quarter. How about that comeback?
Yeah, trailed coming into the last frame. Got it done, taking the knee. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I tell you, these division games never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you?
Yeah,
because